Right, okay guys, so I've put my little iron on. So I'm going to take one piece of that. Now, I'm going to show you something that I found. I bought this set. Well, I've got two sets, but I had to rebuy another one because I lost the first one, which is in a little case and it's got more to it. But these are bias binding tools. They come like this. Let me show you them in different sizes. Like this. Let's just get that one out. I'm only going to use one of them, but I'll show you what they are. So they come in different sizes. Like this one here is 6mm. This one 12mm. So that's half of an inch. That one is, I can't read what it says properly. Oh, hang on, if I turn it that way, 18mm. So that's probably about just over 1.5, and that's 25mm, which is 2.5 centimetres. So that's the one we're going to be using, the bigger one, because I've cut it to the bigger fabric. So I'll show you how these are used. So all they are is a metal casing with a slot in there and an opening in there that goes sort of like that shape, okay? And then it's got this on the top, which is important in a minute. So what you have to do, it can be a bit awkward. It can either go in great at first or not. So you have to feed your material. This takes the longest part. Oh, I will need something like that as well. So what I do is I try and put them two ends together, and then gently, it can be a bit fiddly to do. And in here is a slot, so all you need is a pokey tool or something. And then you just forward it down, because you've got to get it to come out this bottom. Now it is feeding through. Before I kill myself with a pokey tool, we'll try and get it fed through a bit. So I'm gently trying to move the cotton through with a pokey tool. I may have to cut this, so I think I've cut it a little bit too big. Oh, I can just see it popping out the end bit. Let's just make sure it's gonna go through though. It's starting to twist a bit. It would have been better cut down, wouldn't it? We'll see if we can get it through. If not, I'll have to cut down the fabric. It's just there as well. There we go. Usually, if you've got thinner fabric, okay, I go through. Right, there we go. There it is. You see, and then you pull it out to start it. Now, hopefully, this all stays down. So now I've just pulled that little bit out. And it should look like that, okay? So what you do, is my iron is done. And then I'm left-handed and I need the other hand. I need it to go round that way. As you pull it out, like that. And make sure you iron the seams as they come out. You can tack it if you want. It's a bit rough actually. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna actually, as I'm pulling it, hang on, because you don't necessarily need that bit at the end done. Do you know what I mean? You need it to be like this. So, just gonna iron it as it comes out, like that. And that's nicely ironed. It's a shame that this is in a blinking way. Right, and then keep going. Sometimes, because this is bigger, I'm having to do it like this. And because it's like I've got to turn the ends as it's coming out. But usually you can just put your iron down and just pull that and keep continuously ironing to the end. And I've done that on the smaller versions, but I'm doing a bigger one today. So keep going, making sure they're together. And just ironing them down. It does take a little while, but then you're making your own bias binding to go onto your edges. It's not shop bought, and you can have whatever pattern you want. And let me just move that down a bit while the iron's on it. Get it together and keep going. Alright, and then I've got to rearrange this bit here. So, like that, and then iron that down. Nice hot iron. It's gonna, yeah, it's starting to leak now a bit because I've got it up that way, you see, the iron. Right, we're coming to the end now. Right, and there's the end. Put them two together like that and just go over. Now, if it's too big, you bias binding like this. So you are going to fold it. It's like, what's going to happen with this is you fold it onto your material like that. So I will make the crease for that. So you sew it one side on and then you reapply and sew it the other. I'll show you that after. But that's one piece done. I'm going to just do that bit up here again. And, hold on. There we go. I've got a little bit of cotton on it. Right, and there's the binding. Don't worry about the seam like that. You won't see it. Because when it goes on, it'll be folded like this on both sides to form an all-round edge. So that's that one done. So I'm going to keep that straight. And I'm going to do another one. I possibly only need, let me have a look, and then I can work it out. Yeah, I'll need probably, let's have a look, 1, 2, maybe 3 on the larger journal. 3 strips. So we're going to go in with another strip. And as I said, as the fabric's bigger in this one, it's usually you can grab it like that and then just pull it through into that C. But sometimes it just needs a hand, and I'm going to have to do that again. So where's that pokey tool? So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to make sure it goes in like that. And then I can see it in here and just pull it in. Hopefully then I'm beginning to see it. Right, let's just poke it down a bit more. There it is. And the first time I tried it, it went through really smooth, but then it wasn't as fat as this, you know, the fabric. So I'm just holding it with my finger up a bit, and I'm just pushing it in a bit more, and there it comes here. And then I'm just grabbing the end of it with the pokey tool. You don't want to stab yourself. Just trying to get it up a bit more so we can grab that end of it. It's very near. There it is. Right, I should be able to grab that now. Now, let's see. Here we go. There it is. Right, so you want to pull it into the shape it is. Grab your iron. Make sure it's going through properly. Scoot the back up a bit, like that. Now I'm going to try and do this. No, because I'll have to do it how I was doing it before, because it's bunching, you see. If it bunches, I'm not going to be able to iron it all the way down. Right, there's one bit done. Let's do another longer bit. We can go faster this time because we know what to expect. We know it's bunching like the other one. But you can do this for ribbon and all different sort of fabrics, not too thick of fabric, nylons and stretchy polyesters and cotton. This is cotton. This was from a fat quarter. See, if I'd known that had come out like that, I could have just kept going with it. I'm going to try and do that in a second. Let me just get this bit. And I'll show you what I mean about, yeah, because we're at the end anyway. So when you iron it, when you use this, usually you can just do this and keep going. See, I can't because it's bunching in a different direction, so I can't. And now it's gone straight in and I'm right at the end here. So I'm just going to pull it, place it together. You can pin it if you like. I don't need to. And I'm just going to put that hot iron on it. You can give it some steam. But like now I've over wetted it because my iron really does leak a bit. I mean, it will dry out. But make sure it's a nice hot iron you're putting on it. And I just hang these over the back of the chair until I'm ready to use them. But you want a good iron on there. I don't have a large iron. I've only got this small one and another small one that doesn't really produce any steam whatsoever. That one just leaks. I find all these irons, they just leak. But this one gets nice and hot, you see. Right, so there we go. The marks in it there are just water. It will dry out, and that one as well. But there's our bias for that. And I've got to make one more. Right, and now I want to line it up to there. And then I want to push that in, push it down the sides, but up. Try and get it so it goes upwards into them sides, like that. And then push it in and down. And a bit more. Keep your finger up on there, or your back of your hand like that, and push it down more. And then just poke it down a bit more till it goes in. Not seeing it yet. Now it's starting to. So we need to take it up onto them sides again. Yeah, it can be a bit fiddly at times, these can. But the results, I mean, it saves you buying any binding. Yes, you can put lace or ribbon all around your journal cover. But I think this gives it a nice professional sort of touch. I do like it like this. And it prevents all the other stitching from fraying. Right, I'm just seeing it and catching it now. And then we have it. There it is. Right, so we want to pull that out and just pull it up like that. So when it goes through, right, let's go again. Let's pull it out a bit. We can have it like that. That's how it would literally come out. Right, so if I iron that down, you'll see it. But so it would come out like that. And then if you just hold on to it, see, that's how it will come out. And you can do rows of these. You can actually, what I mean by rows, I mean put them on a reel and have lots of these ready for the next time as well. You can sit there and make these all day long with all your favourite fabrics as well. And all different sizes. You can do them not as fat as this. This is the fattest one I've got in that bunch. But you can do really small ones as well. And you can use them like ribbon or to add to projects as well. Not just as a binding, but you can use them for certain things. Is that attached? I'll cut that piece of, just in case when I'm stitching all that, I don't want that piece of cotton in my way, so I'll just take the little bits of cotton off as I go. Right, I'm going to pull that back. We're coming up to the end again, and I'm just going to pull that back bit like that so it keeps it upwards. And then I'm going to put the iron here, and I'm going to pull out and keep going. This is the way I usually do it on all the others, but see, that's opening wider. And I don't want it too wide, I want it to stay together. So I can't show you that because it will open too much. Right, we're up to the last bit. So we will take it out and then we will, you'll see where it is, where it ends, and how to do it. Just make sure them two are together. And then we've done it then. And then you can just quickly do that if you want. Without me ironing cord opening it all. And yeah. So when you do it, it creates this bit at the start like that. It goes into like that type of thing, but I've always done it so it's like that. Now that's ready to use. There's a little crease here, just want to get that out. So that's ready as well. So I've got 3 pieces now. So the 3 pieces are for that journal. How many would a smaller one do? So the way I measure it is I don't get a tape or that. I get one of these and I think, let's give it some overlay, 2 around there. So that's 1 piece gone. Then I've got that amount left, which I wouldn't trust on that. So I'd do a side with that. So I'd need approximately 2 of these to do on there. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make up another 2 of them. Have I only got 1? No, I've only got 1 left. Oh, well, they run out quick. All right, well, I'll just do this last one. And maybe I can do some more in a different colour or that. I'll have a look at these sizes a minute. I may do one that's smaller. This one is 18mm, which is 1.8 millimetres. I could get to 1.5 in that as well, which would be not so big as that blue one, but a bit smaller. So I wanted some pink, light pink cotton, and this is what I've chose. I've got a few sharp, but it's a satin, and I think it may fray around the edges. I thought I'm going to use this. This is an Indian block printed. It's very thin, it's very light, it's beautiful fabric. Now, I have measured across the top. When you want a normal tape measure, you can't find one. Only this one, of course. But I wanted to make sure, because this is like a Chinese tape measure. So I wanted 1.5 inches. So the 1.5 will take it to that one there, from this side, from the 2. So I'm going to cut like that. So I'm going to go in there, because I'm left-handed. It'll have to be the other way around, of course. And I'm just going to scoot up and cut it. There we go. There's 1 piece. That's the 4th. Probably get 1 more out of this. I'll stick it on that line. Right. 1 more, and that'll be it then. Then we've got a spare little piece. Right, this one doesn't match up, so that can go in my scrap pile. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's bits of cotton everywhere. Okay, my iron is all done now. So I've got my strips. So I'm going to feed them in. Now I should, with this one, quite easily fit it in. But it does take a minute to know. I'm going to have to do it like this, how I've done it before. It's the easiest way, really, for me. Right, get the sides in. Try and get the sides around, if possible. Right, and let it slip down. Smooth that bar up. And poke it down a bit. Come on. There it comes. Right. Now, I should be up to, let's, because I'm not worried about if it comes out triangular at the end. Yeah, and it's a bit twisted, so we're going to have to untwist it a bit. I'm just pulling it, putting my fingers down again and pulling it. It's a nice crease. There we go, look, I can do it now. Now, that's what I usually do. And I'll go all the way like that and pull it out. It done it then. I usually do it in the longer material. And I'm able to do it like that, you see. Because it's thinner material and that. But yeah, it's come out nice. It's come out nice. That's what we want. Lovely. So I've got another few of those to do. Another 5. So I'm going to carry on and do those. Let me move that up there. So if it comes out nice like that, I should be able to just do this all the way up. I'm going to do it anyway. And then I just very slowly pull it. Right. Getting a bit of steam now. That seam's opening. I think it's because it's near the end, yeah. It's fine. There we go. And just on this side, right the way up.